Hello, you're back with Beatle. We are back on Archero. Today we're going to be going through Chapter 9, Frozen Pinnacle, and we will be using my newly acquired epic Demon Blade Rain. I presume there are other variants of this, but I've got this one, and it looks much better than pretty much any previous weapon I've ever had. Demon Blade has always been my personal favourite, and I think it probably is one of the best weapons, so we'll just be seeing how good this is in our Chapter 9 Frozen Pinnacle. 50 stages to get through, so we will try and speed things along, but we'll just get the attack boost here, try and keep the attack power nice and high. Spin the wheel, not really too bothered about this, but it is what it is, and we'll get into the first one here. Wow, so they're all being one shot. We'll go into the second one here. Still one shot, wow, okay. There we go, level up again. Let's get the Shadow Clone. I quite like having the clones and things that fire whilst you're moving. There's 2 already spawned, so we'll take that. Move on to number 4. Last one, there it is, and we'll take the level up as well. So the Demon Blade here, it's Chilling Blast. I think that's when enemies die, they emit Chilling Blast. Let's just get the Toxic Strike, because I know that summons there we go, summons a Toxic Sword to attack enemies, just more attack power. Do we get HP boost? We don't, but we get the attack boost. I'll take it. So the Demon Blade has always been my favourite weapon, and I'm pretty sure from what I've seen in sort of other weapon tier lists and that sort of thing, it's always near the top, if not at the top. It just seems to be one of the most powerful weapons. Let's go for the piercing shot, why not? Your arrows pierce enemies, so I think it'll go through one enemy and then will sort of embed into the second one, but overall there we go, you can see it just sort of goes through the enemy, so it hits more than one, so almost doubles the attack power with that one upgrade on the first boss here. Let's see how much damage we do. Quite a lot. I haven't actually done a main chapter in quite a while, so I think I'm relatively overpowered. I've just done quite a lot of the other sort of events and daily challenges and that sort of thing, and we get the attack boost, which is quite rare, and a new ability in our level up, multi-shot, perfect. Bloodthirst is also a very good upgrade to have, but I think I'd rather get the attack up for the time being. I don't think I'll be in too much danger for my health for the time being. So far so good. We're sort of flying through the stages here. I know they can start off relatively easy and scales quite hard, but so far so good. There we go, 14 complete. We get the level up. Bolt Circle, Ricochet, Attack Speed Boost. We'll get the Ricochet. I don't know if it pierces first. Your arrows jump between monsters. Will it pierce and then ricochet, or ricochet then pierce? Not too sure, but I've got both, so I'm sure it will be helpful. I'm just trying to see so it pierces first, it looks like, which I'm not sure is actually good, because if there isn't an enemy behind it, it might not actually then bounce to another enemy, but I think we'll be okay either way, to be honest. But yeah, Demon Blade, if you haven't used the Demon Blade, highly recommend it. Trying to get one. My previous weapon was a Demon Blade, but it was great rarity, and I had a few rares that I tried using, and to be honest, I still preferred the great Demon Blade, even though it was a lesser rarity. So highly recommend trying to get your hands on one of these if they are, if you can, because they are probably the best weapon to have. Level up there, level 7. We'll get the bouncy wall, perfect. Okay, so if the things do pierce, if my projectiles do pierce, then they'll just bounce off the wall. These bosses, I don't really like. It's not necessarily that they're tricky, but just because they go underground, it just takes a longer time to try and kill them. But I think with the amount of firepower we've got on the screen there, it didn't really stand much chance anyway. Not quite the HP up, but we'll take the scrolls there. Moving on to level 20 already, so we're flying through this really. We'll go to number 22. They're still dying really quickly, so I think it's just a combination of the weapon that I've got, as well as being slightly, potentially at least, over leveled. I'm not too sure. I think I probably am, just because I haven't, as I say, done the chapters relatively recently. I've been doing some of the other events while still leveling the character up, so not too tricky. Speed aura, I remember this one. It's not increase attack speed once in a while. It's probably not as good as just the general attack speed increase, but when the attack speed is increased in that sort of short burst, it is very good. So we'll take it. And here is the Angel. We'll get the Crit Master up. Even though it says minor, I'm not actually too sure how much that actually increases. It's probably not really noticeable, but I suppose every little helps and it will all add up eventually. Moving into number 27 now. Here we go, just starting 28. It's still pretty easy. I mean, we're just pretty much running through it there, and we'll get the level up there. Blazing Strike attack. We'll just get the attack boost. I think we're already killing most things really quickly. Let's see how this boss goes. Just missing him there, but I think we're doing enough damage on him for sure. And our clones are just in his face, and yeah, he's pretty much dead there instantly. So maybe I should have done a few more chapters a bit earlier, because this does seem a bit easy, but it might just be the actual Demon Blade itself, and we'll get the HP up there. Not that I think it will be needed, but actually, I mean, there's still 20 stages to go, so I won't speak too soon. There we go. We'll move to stage 32. So I have got my ultimate to it, which it just said at the end of that stage then. Not that I will need it, but it's just interesting. I've never really used it. So I've just double tapped there, and I can't really see what it actually does. So if you do know what the ultimate is, please put it in the comments. Let me know, just so I actually know what I'm doing when I put the double tap and use the ultimate. I presume it would be good for bosses and things like that, so I might try and see if I can get my ultimate back for the next boss at stage 40, just to see if it's a bit more noticeable against a boss with more HP. But there we go, level 10 in this adventure. Chilling Blast, Bolt Circle, Dark Touch. I get the Dark Touch, why not? Your attack causes a dark effect. I usually get some of the sort of bolt circles and things spinning around me, or the swords, but in this instance I just thought I would go for the longer range attack power and keep my attack power nice and high, sort of the attacks that I do. As well as the clones as well, as I do like those, and if I have the opportunity to get one of those sort of one-eyed bat things as well, I'll certainly get that. There we go, going into the boss now. I don't think I've got my ultimate, although I don't actually know. There's no sort of bar that's filling up for me to actually know. I'll try and use it. Oh, maybe it did use it, because a lot of HP just got taken off the boss. I don't know if that was my ultimate or the attack faster aura that sort of comes across me, but either way, the boss is dead. And we've got, was that bolt swords? There it is, bolt strike. Summons a bolt sword to attack enemies. Okay, nice. And we're on to the last 10 stages. There we go, level up, max level now. Shadow Samurai, I'll have to get that just to add to my Shadow Clone army. I now have a Shadow Samurai. There we go, chapter done, and stage done, and we have our ultimate. So I'll save that for the last boss and see if I can figure out what it actually does and if it does a lot of damage or not. Wow, these clones are just flying through. They're killing everything for me. I think both my weapon, the Demon Blade, and the sort of build I've got here is really powerful. So I think the combination of those, with HP boost there, not that it shouldn't really matter. So I think that a combination of the weapon that I've got, my build, and as well as being a bit over leveled potentially, is just making this quite easy. And so if you are struggling, just sort of do some of the other challenges and that sort of thing. Step into the event mode, level up your character a bit more, and I certainly recommend using the Demon Blade, and then obviously try and utilize some of the same weapons that I have got here on the upgrades. I think this is a really powerful build, and it should be easy enough for you, although do appreciate it's still relatively early on in the chapters. I think, was this 9? I can't remember, but I know there's a lot more to go, so we'll see how we get on. And we're on 49 here, one before the final boss. There we go. Let's see if we can figure out what this ultimate actually does. So, well, I could say I'm going to use it, but he's going to be underground. So when he comes up here, I'll use it there. Okay, so it does actually just fire a lot of damage. I would pretty much 1v1'd that boss straight up. He was doing damage to me, I was doing damage, he was doing damage to me, I was doing damage to him, but I just overpowered him, and there we go. Beat 88% of players. We've only gone through Chapter 9. A lot of people must give up on this game because I don't feel like I've got that far through the main chapters yet, but I'll take it. And there's our rewards, and we should be now on to Chapter 10. New chapter unlocked. There it is. Evil dungeons, hiding a lot of horrible creatures with multiple new abilities. And a new feature unlocked. Wow, legendary challenge. Legendary challenge unlocked. Join the fight and embark on a brand new adventure. Perfect. I'll probably be doing that in another video. I really like how when you unlock a new chapter, you get different features like that. I think that's a really good addition to the game. But there we go. There's Chapter 9 complete, and there is the showcase of the Demon Blade Rain epic. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like or subscribe. It really does make a lot of difference for me as a smaller channel trying to grow. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks a lot.